morning everyone, and welcome to my latest adventure as I'll be documenting my trip to Storms River mouth, where I'll be hiking the mouth trail, which I've done many times in the past, but since it's only my second hike for the year, as I'm still recovering from my 3 operations I've done the last 10 months, thought I'd start off easy and just test the waters again and regain my confidence. So here we go. A quick stop at the Storms River petrol port to freshen up, and where you can have a beautiful view of the Storms River Bridge, completed in 1956. For those who are brave enough, you can actually walk over the bridge. There's a little catwalk on the side of the bridge. Okay, my body's starting to go cold now as I'm standing in the middle of the bridge. And yeah, my fear of heights starting to kick in. The garden route stretches for 300 kilometers between Storms River in the Eastern Cape to Mussel Bay in the Western Cape, and is considered one of the most scenic routes in the world. Okay, so I'm almost at the gate of the national park. One interesting fact: every year in South Africa for 1 week in September, they celebrate National Parks Week, which means South African residents get free entry to any SANParks. Today is one of those days. I'm going to take advantage of it. Here we go. Interesting fact: Tsitsikamma is a Khoisan word from the original inhabitants of the area, meaning place of abundant water, referring to the many streams and rivers found in the area, which support a rich and lush vegetation and biodiversity. Okay, so Storms River mouth is a beautiful area located in the heart of the Tsitsikamma National Park that offers visitors epic activities such as hiking, snorkeling, kayaking and camping, etc. Oh, beautiful views. Okay guys, I'm about to start the hike. So the Storms River Trail is a scenic short hike starting at the restaurant parking lot and following a wooden boardwalk through the forest leading to 3 suspension bridges, and once the longest one is crossed, there's a steep ascent up to the lookout point that gives you a bird's eye view of the park below. Okay, so this is the official start of the hike. Walk over some heat sand before we reach the wooden boardwalk. Once you reach this point, you want to take a right, walk over the bridge for a point of interest. That water is just beautiful. Once it warms up later, I'm definitely gonna come have a swim here. Once you're done there, you're gonna head back the same way, same intersection, take a left where the wooden boardwalk starts. From here onwards, it's pretty much shade, nice protection from the sun, and it is quite warm today. Not far into the hike, you come across this little waterfall. Cannot be missed. "300 meters into the hike, you will reach this point where, if you want to, you can turn right, head down the stairs. That will take you to one of the little beaches. Let's go check it out." After you've taken in the views there, you head back up same stairs that you came to continue on the original path. Lovely shaded walk. The oxygen is so fresh. cleaning my lungs out. This is another point of interest known as the outdoor classroom. Some wooden benches here and information boards. Just under a kilometer into the hike, you will reach another point of interest called Kaneelse Klip, which is just basically another pathway taking you to another small beach. But let's go check it out. Okay, so that right there is Kaneelse Klip. It's basically just one long, straight monolith type rock. Pretty interesting though. And then our final destination, the top of that deal, we'll reach the lookout point. So we're gonna carry on now, back on the mouth trail again. 1.3 kilometers into the trail, you will reach a board that's gonna point down to the suspension bridge. So we headed down now that way. Okay, so I've just reached the Storms River suspension bridge. The big one was built in 1969 and spanned 77 meters across the Storms River mouth. Then the two smaller suspension bridges were added in 2006, creating the popular trio of bridges seen today. Okay, I'm gonna cross the small suspension bridge right now. But wobbly, but very okay to walk over. It's the first one, going over the second one. And once you cross the second bridge, you will reach the third and largest one of them all, the one that crosses the Storms River. But before we cross, there's another point of interest. So at the bridge, turn left when you head up the stairs, and I'll show you what's on the other side. So you want to head down this set of stairs. I'll take you to a point worthy of checking out. Just around the corner. Okay, so this right here is known as the Storms River Mouth Cave. And it's a cave where Khoisan hunter-gatherers used to live hundreds of years ago. Also a heritage site. The cave doesn't go very deep, but let's go have a look. So that's about it. Once you've checked out this piece of heritage, time to head back to the suspension bridge. Okay, so I'm crossing the main bridge now. Probably the most popular attraction here in the park. One of those places people come to for those Instagrammable pics. Once you've crossed the bridge, there's a nice little pebble beach here where you can stop, get some amazing pics and have a little break. Disappointing. As you guys can see, the little walled off pool is empty, no water. There usually used to be a small waterfall, it's dry now. Anyway, let's get back to the trail. This is the Ascent part. This is the hard part of the hike. Save your energy till you get here. Take your time. Okay guys, I'm almost at the top. As you can hear, this hike is knocking my wind out. It's a really steep ascent, but I'm almost at the top. Just out of breath. That shows you how unfit I am, but pushing on. 2.5 kilometers, just over an hour later, I made it to the top. Yay! So out of breath, but let's get to the lookout point quickly, to the viewing deck, and I'll show you what the reward was. Okay guys, so this is the lookout point. We're at around 200 meters above sea level. Get that amazing view of Storms River mouth at the bottom, Indian Ocean. Whereas if you are lucky, sometimes you get to see some whales passing by. I don't see any this morning, maybe later. See some people headed out to do some kayaking. So I'm gonna spend some time taking in the view, grab a rest, and then head back the same way I came. We'll check in later.